everybody, welcome back to our channel. I'm Janae.
And I'm Anthony.
And we are the Spillers. Alright, so it's been a while since we made a video. Honestly, coming off a whole 30 was a lot. It was a lot. And let me tell you, we started going ham after we got off whole 30. We went right back to eating crap.
I didn't gain like 4 or 5 pounds back.
I haven't gained any weight. And my face is clearing up. Ooh. But that's no excuse. And I started drinking coffee again. I was so proud of myself. I had Kit coffee. But anyways, that goes to show you how, like...
Yeah, maybe it was an experiment anyway. I wasn't...
It was an experiment, but look how proud we were of ourselves.
Yeah,
and as soon as we weren't dedicating ourselves to that, we went right back to old habits.
We gotta go grocery shopping today, and I'm gonna get some candy.
No, we just got Halloween candy.
I'm done with that, though.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
I guess. Well, anyways, we are on our way. We are going to be dropping off a folder to the school because, you know, with right now everything that's going on, we're doing the virtual school. So we have to drop off the folder to our daughter's school and pick up her work for the week, and then on top of that we're going to go grocery shopping. And so since we don't have a lot of time to sit down and edit and do all this stuff at home on our couch where we typically make our videos, we decided to go ahead and make a video while we're on our way, you know, running our errands in real life. So what I felt led to talk about in my spirit.
I just love when people say, I just felt it in my spirit. Like,
okay, so for real, we just got into the most pettiest little, a disagreement. We won't go into detail. But I, for like the first 5 minutes of this car ride, didn't say anything. And he asked me, so you just gonna be quiet during the whole car ride?
Yeah, like, seriously, this how we rolling? Literally?
And so it made me think, like, as couples, married or not, you know, how do people handle disagreements? I am learning that I shut down, especially if I feel like, you know, if I'm offended, which that can happen pretty easily sometimes. I shut down. How does that make you feel?
I do not like that method at all. It's probably on the top of my pet peeve list. Shutting down frustrates me to no end. And like I have been like making it my homework, you know, to figure out why I do that. And it's really only with Anthony. I'm just kidding. That was good. No, but I feel like he's the closest person to me, obviously, relationship-wise, relationally. You know, like we're together all the time. And, you know, when you get married, that person that you marry, hopefully is going to become your mirror, you know? And they're going to point out things that you probably already see in yourself, but it's harder to hear it come from somebody else. Does that make sense? Yeah.
And so I don't like that I shut down. But in this situation where I was choosing not to talk, it really was more reflecting on past situations that we've been in where I don't just be quiet and I just go on and on and on to try to make my point or for you to hear me, and that just causes more of an issue, more of a
argument.
That's when it really turns into an argument. And he said something today was like, also because we're both learning how to be in a relationship with each other, and that's every day. That doesn't stop the day you say I do, you know. It's like, so he did something that he doesn't usually do. He just dropped it. Usually he's the one that's like he's like, we gotta talk, and so that was out of character for him. So he just like dropped it and walked away. And so here I go, are we gonna, and so he's like, well, you know, he was basically taking us, well, you say what you were doing, that way I'm not speaking for you. What were you doing in that moment?
No, I just sat down on the couch, like, you know what? I'm just looking, I think it was on Instagram or whatever, just looking at my phone. Completely stopping. It's like, instead of me just going back into blah, 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 blah,
Right.
blah, blah, it's like, nah, stop.
But you said something that made me think, well, why didn't you say it to me? You said that you...
Oh, I said to myself, you know what? She's right. This is dumb. Why am I going on about this?
But who did he say it to?
I said it to myself.
So how do I know that he is now utilizing the tools that we're both trying to put in place? We're both trying to work on things, but because it's so out of character, it becomes more of a problem. So here I am, he's like, well, you ain't gonna talk?
So
and
what
I'm
happens? She becomes me. She comes back into the room. Well, why are and I was like, huh? I was like, I didn't even say anything else about this anymore. Like, I completely...
And that's usually what I do. That's usually what I do.
I was like, I was done. You see, I didn't bring it up no more. I was done talking about it. And they're like, but now that you have brought it back to me, there we went again.
So we say all that to say, listen, communication. Communication is so important. But more than communication, listening, which is a part of communication. But you have to be able to listen, and not listen to respond, but listen to understand. And I am learning that more and more and more every day. And honestly, as I was sitting here in the car just being quiet, I really was just like thinking how dumb of an argument this is. And am I going to be petty, Janae, and try to like draw, let it go on and on and on? Or can we, which is what we usually do, we would do this anyway, whether we were recording it or not. But I felt like this is something that we could share with other people. Listen, marriage is not easy, but it's easier when two people are willing to work at it.
Right. And when you do try something different, I think in the initial stages, you gotta let the other person know, because here we are, both trying to do what we try not to do what we normally do.
Right. And
the other person got confused.
So we're gonna close this video out, and you know what? I know when people make videos and they allude to, I'm gonna say what we was arguing about. How about that? Just to make it even.
It's gotta be in full context. Here, no. Let me.
No, let me do it.
So, with the beginning of the day, we were talking about how like stretch pants, yoga pants, whatever, and I was like, yeah, that messes the problem. Like, especially back when I was single, right? I mean, I'm looking like, if you some chicks out here with straight spandex, like you see everything moving, and I was like, oh my god, like how does?
And I wasn't one of those girls, those little girls he was like trying to avoid looking at it or whatever he's saying. But I am a girl that's like, look, if we just went to the store, I'm about to put these sweatpants on and call it a day. Like, not yoga pants or tights, but some sweatpants, because it's going to take me a long time to do my hair, which now my hair is different. I'm not natural anymore. I got a perm. So. But there's a lot that goes in. We're on time schedule. We got to be back at a certain time. So I'm like, I'm gonna throw on some sweatpants and a t-shirt. And so before I could even put my sweater on, he's like,
I'm like, I know you're not going outside with these sweatpants on. Just like, what are you doing?
Mind you,
I was like, no, matter of fact, pajama pants.
They were not. I sleep
pants.
in them from time to time, but they are not pajama pants. I have designated them as pajama pants because your girl is married now, and I got to put a little effort into how I look.
So these is fully appropriate for the house, but I'm like, we're not going to the grocery store like this. What are you doing?
But I was putting on a long sweater with it. And so,
being that we just had this conversation, I'm like, no.
And I don't have that many options. If I'm gonna be honest, I have not shaved my legs, so I can't just throw on like a dress or whatever. Today we need to wash clothes, so that was what I had.
I was like, I got some sweats in the closet for you, and it's better than these spandex pants. You can go put them on, like.
So anywho, being the nice submissive wife that I am, I changed into some different pants. But then when I changed my pants, the sweater and the shirt that I had on didn't go with that anymore. So I said, you know what? Let me put a little effort into how I look. And I put on a shirt, comb my hair a little bit, put on a little,
And
he's
felt
like,
it. I tried to resist. He was like, don't say nothing. Just don't
say what you said.
And I couldn't. It was like, I'm like, what are you doing? I was like, what? Why are you changing? I thought you just said, but a second ago, like, I'm just about to throw some clothes on so we can go to the store. Now, you got to change all. I was like, just because I said we're not wearing these stretchy yoga pants?
They weren't, they were sweatpants. But instantly I'm like, here we go. I have already, you know, been a good wife. And said, you know what, let me listen to him. I'm gonna take these pants off or whatever. Well, now why do I have to explain why I want to put on a different shirt?
I'm just saying from the standpoint, I'm telling her afterwards, like, of time. We already kind of rushing. So I'm like, now you gotta change the entire wardrobe.
That's right, because it didn't look right anymore. Now that I have on regular pants, which I would typically wear to work, not to...
Yeah, but I'm like, every guy, I'm sure, can probably understand what I'm saying. It's like, wait a minute, a second ago, it did not matter. You just said, I'm about to throw this stuff on real quick so we can go to the grocery store.
And every girl watching understands that, you know, I might change 3 or 4 times before I go out the house. But I want to look nice, not only for me, but for you too.
Okay, but I'm saying 15 seconds ago is I'm just about to throw something on so we can go. Now is I gotta change all this. I got like.
But do you see how pointless and stupid this argument was? This is what we were arguing about.
Dumb.
It was really stupid, and I was gonna sit here and not talk to him. And so, here's our video. Communicate, and actually listen to understand,
yes.
Not to respond, but then also step back and think about it. Think about all those arguments that you've had, and give your spouse credit if they are utilizing the tools.
Yeah. And I think I gave you credit this morning.
You did. You have been giving me credit. You have. Your girl is working on trying to listen and not get so defensive and not shut down. I didn't realize how bad I was with shutting down. I be shutting down, babe.
Yeah.
It's like, and then it's like, that's it. It's like, he'll want to try to like close, you know, the discussion or disagreement or whatever with a hug. And I'm like, I'm good.
I'm like, what the heck is that?
I don't know. I don't know what that's about. So if anybody else can relate, please help me out. If you have any advice or whatever. But really, it's just maturity. I'm learning that, you know, we can be adults and still be immature in our emotions.
Yeah.
And I think, you know, I know that Anthony is a lot more emotionally mature than I am. I think I am in some aspects, but when it comes to, especially being, again, as we've said before, we were once married, then divorced, then single for a while. So
patience is like, we gotta relearn that.
Yeah.
That mess is out the window.
We didn't have to consult with nobody.
We don't be having no tolerance for nothing.
Right.
It's like, what you just said?
Right. I'm gonna wear what I want to wear, and if I want to change 4 times. So yeah. Anything else, babe?
No. Again, like you said, we listen to each other and be patient in any scenario. And again, if you're gonna try something out new, let the other person know just for reference, so that they don't look at you crazy and you fall back into patterns, because we all gotta grow.
We all have to grow. That's most definitely right. And marriage is wonderful. It's a beautiful thing, but it's only as good as the 2 people make it, I guess.
Yeah.
You got to put forth. It's a choice. It's a decision to choose to get up every day and put that person first, and to love that person each and every day.
Yeah.
So, all right,
y'all. Until next time,
we hope this video blessed you.
Yes, and as always, make sure you like, subscribe, and leave a comment.
That's right.
All right.
Bye.